Yes, I'm just done. 2 minutes. She did. She formed a team, and this was, I tell you, this was again like huge task. This is extension of the data collection, and this was basically publication of the data was produced. So, and we had given, they had given us only 7 days to finish this job, and you can understand we have 36 states, and there would be 36 reports, and how to bring in design intervention for this kind of mass application. So, and she formed up a team along with other designers and IT, and combination of team actually, and then they put together very interesting like design templates for the entire country. All 36 states would adapt to this design template, and we developed the entire report within 7 days time. And this was also off-site, on-site. This was not in our design studio. So that is very important to. In design fraternity, if you tell them that you have to come up something in 7 days, it is almost not possible. But this is all because of the passion of the young generation. They could pull together and did it. Yeah, so basically I just want to end here by saying that we need to develop symbiotic approach for social innovation. Technology guys, design people, and empathy, need to work together. And there are many other gray dots, we don't know them, but we all need to come together and work collaboratively. Probably you can say the larger circle, there could be some debate that larger circle could be technology, or the larger share could be design. But basically what I'm trying to say is that we need to have symbiotic approach for developing social innovation. Thank you. Created actually. After this, we've been getting regularly constant requests from various different government departments. We are right now working on 6th economic census, which is again like this kind of exercise. Yeah.
Impressive to see. We worked ourselves on the design of census documents for the first time with computer production of forms and reports to the people of the United States in 1981. And we have had some experience of trying to deal with these challenges which you faced. I want to ask a very detailed question. You went into discussion of colors and any other aspects of the choices of layout and so on. Did you determine a particular spatial grid which could cover all of the forms, and a grid which could account for the different languages and the lengths of different languages, because that's a specific complex challenge of forms design?
So, yeah. So, it looks simple when we see the final designs, but we definitely did extensive work, pre-design work actually, which was looking at how different languages and looking at what would be the size of those characters, because we have fascinating characters, if you look at. But our first point was to capture numbers correctly. So we determined the spaces for numbers, and then also instructions written over there. So numbers, space for numbers was standardized, and no compromise on identifying space for numbers, and the way. And I've not gone into detail of why we went for that specific size of square, because if you look at international standards of ICR, they would tell you that 3 mm. But then 3 mm is not good enough for human beings. They don't need. They don't. They have different ways they want to write, and that is why precisely we have a thick border all across, so that if people have, even if they go a little bit beyond the given space, it can be accommodated.
Maybe, I think the question probably is more relevant to the census, Peru, but I still want to put it to you, because how about visualizing the data? It's great to collect data, collect accurate data, which is very important, but what about the visualization and sort of dissemination of data? I'm curious, how many of us here have used census data in any of their works?
If you ask government people, you will get full answer, 100% almost. Yeah, but you're right, Vinay. But what census office would tell you, that they will just tell you that our task is to collect data. Making meaning is not our task. Yeah. Making meaning is other people. So they will have to take on various different people. And in fact, to answer your question, there are lots of our own graduates. They are very much interested in grabbing this data sets and then, converting into visualization, various different visualization actually. And they have also already developed some tools actually. But thing is that there should be some collaboration with the need aspect also, where they need what kind of different visualization, because visualization also can't be isolated exercise.
Ask for what is the right format to visualize data. And also there are other forms, but I think this is a good starting point. And I can openly sort of offer my students and my research people to help on building these data visualizations, because data visualization is a very, very peculiar and very interesting and fascinating area, because making sense, moving from information to knowledge is what the real thing is about. And I think you should pursue that aggressively and push the governments to do that, because if you wait around for people to do that, it's not going to happen. Someone has to take the initiative and make it happen.
Home and gone. Xerox of it is what I understand now. But the language, okay, it was in Tamil. I'm not an expert in Tamil, but I use Tamil in daily life. The language in which the question was asked, there's no way I could understand it, certain questions. And then when I went to my neighbor, who was a Tamilian all the way, who learned Tamil very well, they had the same issue. They couldn't explain that question to me for me to fill the form. So were you connected with the